Now, on the blower, once again, for his second iteration on Aussies Abroad, it is the butcher himself, a late man on the chopping block. Quirky, how are you, brother?
Yeah, good, boys. How we doing? Obviously, things are tough for you guys, and John Owens put in a poor performance last week, so let's go again, eh? I guess.
Hell yeah, man. Quirky, to be honest, I'm going to let someone else ask a question because I have nothing for you. Nothing? Has anyone got a question for Quirky?
Oh, yeah, I thought you were going to go the normal way.
No, I'm going on next. I haven't thought of anything, sorry.
Quirky, mate, Dossie here. I hate pumping your tyres, mate, but we got some pretty good feedback after that first episode, and a lot of people want to know, mate, when are you going to be in Brisbane to join the Battlers bench?
Well, by the looks of the size of the couch and the size of the blokes on the bench, it doesn't look like I'm going to fit on the
what's funny, Darcy fell off that seat before, flipped the entire couch on its end while sitting on the edge.
Big fat Darcy.
Looks like the casting couch.
Yeah,
so
and it is.
Look, our season, we've got our last game next week, and I'll hang around for a couple of days and do what we do over here, and a bit of karaoke, bit of Nomi Hordai, or you can drink, and then I'll look to head home back to Brizzy, and look, if there's a mic there, boys, and there's a envelope with some cash on the way out. Let's go.
Well, there's one of those things.
I can run some Thai baht for him.
Just on that, Quirky, you've had your fair experiences throughout Mad Mondays and end of season trips and all that kind of stuff. What does it look like in Japan? Is it a bit different? You being the only guys in that community, is it a bit different?
Like those towel nappies
it is.
They wear?
Look,
you wear those?
Yeah. Dal and Dossie, you guys have both seen it, mate. The boys love it over here. And look, to be honest, COVID sort of hindered a lot of probably what has usually happened in previous years, as well as what could happen the end of the year. But I've sort of been explaining to the boys about, G-rated almost sort of what happens at the end of season and the boys getting together and the team getting together. And, mate, they've sort of had no clue. So I've sort of taken the leadership role on what we'll be doing and going forward. So, yeah, I think it'll be PG rated, but we'll give it a go.
I highly doubt
it. So you want to run us through a couple of them? It's friends, by the way.
Yeah. Well, look, to be honest, mate, they get up to some weird stuff over here.
So. Cunt shows?
Yeah. Like, if we're going to be honest, it'll be just cunt shows in the change room.
Oh, it's so good.
Quirky, big fat Darcy here, mate. You played here and overseas. Where do you think is the most accepting of redheads in the rugby community? And Dal, for that.
Well, not my mum and dad's house.
There we go. Okay. Oof.
Hence, moved out early.
Got to get out.
Look, I don't think anything's accepted. You guys have obviously seen the Red Hot Chili Steppers have sort of tried to get the bandwagon going, and I had a good yarn to them, but it just seems like a sad group, And but I want to be a part of it. But I just know, being the only redhead in my whole entire family, I just know that it sucks. It's shit.
That's tough. That is tough,
mate. To be honest, as you boys know, in Japan, as a foreigner, you get looked at and look, Dal, mate, I know you wear a hat a lot, but you're as red as they come. So, and he's had the experiences over here too, mate. So many guys come up to me and touch my beard and just go, "Do you dye that beard?" And I'm just like, get off it. So they've never ever really seen, like, they call me, the golden boy over here because of the colour of the hair, but it's a strange one. Literally no redheads, so not accepting anywhere really.
Haven't found it yet.
No,
actually, fun fact here. When we were at school, Dal used to tell everyone he was strawberry blonde.
Still does.
Yeah. That's not true.
That is 100% true.
Definitely not true.
100% true.
I'm out. Own up to it.
I'm out now proud.
Out
now proud as a redhead.
You were strawberry blonde.
No, Damon claimed to be strawberry blonde.
I don't know, man. All I know is that when we're swimming training and stuff, and you're like, I'm strawberry blonde, I'm not red.
Look, Dal, I did the same. I used
to
put a bit of peroxide blonde in my hair and say that, it was sun bleach from swimming so much.
Yeah, the old sun in. That was good. Oh, that's good.
Mate, Quirky, just changing the tune, going back to footy. The last time we spoke to you, I think you guys had your first win with the last game coming up next week, have you guys added to that W column since we last spoke to you?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
So
As
is there
I
a
said,
chance?
because I've been coaching. No, we actually had a tough one on the weekend actually against a good outfit in Karita, but we're actually playing Karita again, and they're obviously stacked with Tommy English and Ned Hannigan and a lot of boys, and they've really picked up. So they'll be coming down here to Hiroshima for some blood, and so it should be a good hit out. So we're sort of towards the end of the table with them. So it's sort of, this game's for the spoon or the chopstick over here. So,
So you've not been doing too well over there, Quirky. Your team's not doing too well.
Mate, as I said, only foreigner. We've got a Tongan guy that's been injured, and mate, our guys are company lads. Mate, they finish work at 6:30 and then come to training at 7, and we 2 hours on the field, have some fun, and sometimes we might get 8 to 10 blokes to training if
How good's
the
that?
company's running a bit late. Living the life over here, mate.
Oh,
That is
man.
But just on that, obviously you're playing Karita this week, and you mentioned a few of those foreign guys. Do you catch up with them a fair bit? You know, there's a vast amount of guys you would have played with over the years that are currently over there. Do you guys get together at the end of the season? Do you catch up? Do you get on the piss together? What does that look like?
Yeah, so, Dale, you led the charge at Cannon when you were there. There's a couple of stories going through the building that we were at. But, yeah, look, especially like Cannon and Suntory, we were all in the same building. So you got, the likes of Shawnee McMahon and Bodie Barrett and all that were there, Harry Hawkins. So you sort of, and a lot of guys don't have partners due to COVID. So it's sort of Scooby-Doo in a way where, guys are just ducking in and out of rooms and, mate, getting on the gas and that. And as I said, look, COVID's hindered a lot of things where, teams are losing points if you've got COVID. So, they were actually pretty tight on that. But pre all that kind of stuff, yeah, mate, awesome. You'd be catching up with everyone, long lost mates, obviously Liam Gill, Matty Lucas for me, were all in Tokyo. So we'd always go out and have some tubes and get stuck in. So it's, mate, it's pretty cool to be overseas with all your mates doing that. No spring rolls, but over here, Frank.
Yeah, I didn't actually have one on the weekend. I'm pretty devo. There was apparently a lot. But
Yeah, you can tell you're looking good.
Well, man. There's been a fair bit of fat shaming on the bench tonight, hasn't there, Dust?
He was drinking
Mate.
sugar-free Powerade before.
Don't you dare.
so
Don't you
just-
dare.
Glacier Freeze.
Don't you dare, mate.
Sugar-free Gatorade.
Well, I've mentioned this before, but you said I have a body like a melted wheelie bin, man.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty
you
fucked.
can't sit there and start saying that.
It
there's
looks
a lot
like
of fat
actually,
shame
you know
coming
that
your
you
way.
get those
Go.
bum bags
Yeah.
with the gut. That actually looks like your gut.
Thank you very much for noticing. I've been working on it. I should just start drinking again, Because I've still got the body like a piss.
Then you have an
but I
excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you have any excuse.
Now I'm just sober and fat. Oh.
Does look like you're smuggling a wok under that shirt. I'll be honest with you.
What else about him?
Sorry, I don't know. We just started ripping on each other.
Oh, we did
So
actually.
Quirky.
No, Quirky, I just want to get your thoughts on. So obviously, there's a fair few South Africans that ply their trade over in Japan, and we saw over the weekend the tragic passing of Pedri Vandenberg, the 20-test Springbok who was plying his trade previously for Houston and MLR, and tragically died in a car crash over there. It's obviously tragic, has it? Have you had a chance to have a chat to any of the expats South Africans over there, or what are your thoughts on that? Obviously, it's absolutely shocking news.
Yeah, it is, mate. I did see that. I've actually got a good mate, Willie Britz, who actually plays in the team that he was at. So I haven't actually been able to reach out to Britzy yet, but obviously they, have continued to play and that it's anyone losing their lives, obviously tough stuff, and I think they'll be a bit rocked, and especially as we all know, the South African community is quite tight. So yeah, look, mate, it's tough. I know that he had a pretty young family over there too that might have been injured too. So I obviously need to reach out to him and see what comes of that. But it was actually quite a nice touch on the weekend. I don't know if you guys saw one of the Kobe coaches, the old Kiwi coach. Don't know how, but suddenly passed away last week after their game. So we all did a minute silence and different stuff like that. So it was pretty solid by Japan Rugby to make sure that was all celebrated, and the Kobe boys went out and put on a good performance for their late coach. So it was good.
Yeah, absolutely tragic news that about Pedri Vandenberg, lads. I mean, shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate,
Yeah.
devastating. And I'm sure after hearing that sort of news, Quirky, you're probably busting to get through the game and get on that Big Bird home and give your two little ones a nice long cuddle. And I guess just on the topic of you coming home, besides trying to impress the casting couch, mate, what's next on the agenda for Mr. Quirk? Are you going to go around again? Obviously, love Japan. You keep going back. But yeah, mate, how's the body? What are you looking at doing when you're back in Bris Vegas?
Yeah, look, just sorting some stuff out now, but probably looks like I'll be hanging around here. And look, really enjoyed it, and actually going to, looking to enjoy the challenge of trying to, make the team sort of grow and have aspirations to sort of go up to that next level and really turn the guys that are just company guys who really have rugby aspirations to be a bit more professional and enjoy that sort of things. But look, spoke to you boys last time. It's a long time away from wife and kids and that, so I'm just feet up, just going to be at home and chilling out, just normal stuff, try to get up the coast and that, and then I'm obviously spoke to you guys doing a bit of coaching stuff, so I'm going to finish off all that coaching stuff when I'm home, and a bit of work, labour around the house, mate. Yeah, a handyman. So
hopefully there's not much work to be done.
No, there's not, mate. It's flat out mowing the yard. So, but yeah, look, I'll catch up with all you boys, and it's been a while since catching up with mates and everything like that. So, and if I can get my mitts on that casting couch, that'll be all good.
Are you going to have a run the Tigers this year, Quirky, or are you just going to really have a rest?
I'll see what happens. I was watching you guys before. I think the Two Blues singing their song, and I was going to chirp in with the opening account. The best song going around in World Rugby would have to be East Tigers' song.
All right, cut him off, Zach.
Me and Dossie have sung it countless times against brothers. Well, I think I've only sung it against brothers. So,
I don't think I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's one of the best going around. Look, I've spoken to Benny Moen.
Bird bath.
It's one of my favourite pastimes, the bird bath.
I was going to say, what are your thoughts on a bird bath, Quirky? Are you partial to it?
Whatever goes, mate.
Yeah, attaboy.
Whoever gets the lads up. No, look, I've spoken to Benny Moen. I'm going to go down and hopefully do some breakdown stuff with the boys and just have a trot, keep fit if I'm coming back here. And mate, they're pushing me to pay registration, or about $1,200 from the ARU now, isn't it?
Nearly that.
Yeah, nearly that. But yeah, so yeah, I'll go down and hit Tigerland up, drive straight past Brothers, and go over the bridge, and we'll get stuck in.
Mate, they look like they're building a good little culture there at the moment with Moen at the helm. I reckon it'll be good for you. Good. I think I saw some Instagram vids on the weekend. The old dudes running through the trusses. The first club night or whatever. I was like,
the rafter races.
Yeah. I think there's one thing that East does well is
Party.
club nights.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, bloody oath. Nothing? We're all good?
Yep,
all good.
Well,
Thanks,
Quirky, thanks so much for joining us, brother. We know it was very last minute, so we appreciate you joining on, man. And as we said, hopefully you can come back ASAP and join us live in the studio, brother. All the best.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for getting us on, and I'll get those BSB and account details to you later on.
Yeah, all good, man. We'll transfer it ASAP.
In yen, please.
Awesome. Ed Quirk, everybody.